Dyatlov Pass Incident. On January 27, 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set off into the northern Ural Mountains for a challenging expedition. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov. On January 28, hiker Yuri Yudin had to turn back due to knee and joint pain. Unknown at the time, but that decision was life or death. The rest of the group kept on trekking. On the night of February 1st, something went terribly wrong. After not reporting back, search crews found their tent on the eastern slope. The crew reported that the tent was half torn down and covered with snow, and the group's belongings and shoes had been left behind. The tent was cut from the inside. Investigators followed the tracks to the edge of the forest and found remains of a small campfire under a large cedar tree. That is where they found the first 2 hikers. They were shoeless and only dressed in their underwear. Not far away, they found the next 3 hikers. It wasn't until the spring thaw that they found the remaining 4 hikers. After examining the bodies, it was determined that 6 hikers died from hyperthermia and 3 had perished by physical trauma. The 3 hikers that experienced physical trauma had major skull damage, 2 were missing eyes, and 1 was even missing their tongue. One of the biggest questions that investigators couldn't figure out is why some of the bodies had radioactivity emitting from them. After the investigation, there were more questions than answers. The official conclusion was that the hikers had died because of a compelling natural force. Theories have been circling since the incident. One suggests that an avalanche startled the hikers to run out into the cold, but lack of physical evidence of an avalanche silenced that theory. Another is that the indigenous Mansi people had attacked them. But after several questioning and no tracks at the crime scene, investigators couldn't prove the Mansi people theory. Some believe that the strange behavior was due to early signs of hypothermia, and that is why some were found with no shoes or clothes. Lastly, there was even talks of the hikers being stalked by a strange creature or a UFO. But, again, the evidence couldn't prove that theory. There was no explanation for the radioactive emissions. So, what do you think happened to the hikers that cold night on the Ural Mountains in 1959?